here in Tampa. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Washington Redskins and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The excitement level around here at a fever pitch as we're underway in the 2020 NFC Championship game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Check! Check! 45 to Mike!
And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Convert it.
Alert flare! Alert flare! 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 Check! Check!
5-1.
On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Watch the glass. Watch the glass. 45. 45. Mike, 45. Here we go. Here we go.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's going to look deep down the field. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Second and 3 at the 40-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Check 13. Check 13.
Winston. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, 28 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ndamukong Suh. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Hey, let's get this. Hey, high 7.
45. Mike, 45. 3 buzz.
Check 99. To lower.
Hey, switch gears.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Slings this deep for McLaurin. He's got a man. Complete. 20. 10. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 97 yards. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Jameis to throw it. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Wait, Timothy.
They go play action. Winston. Steps away to his left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here we go.
At their own 12-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Check.
Running to start the drive is Love. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down, Love. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Going up top. It's caught inside the 25. And down to the 20. A huge play there for Washington. 55 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Switch. Check. Crunch.
On first down, here's Love. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
It's easy work, and it's coming again.
Vernon Hargrave on the tackle. It's a gain. Brings up
After a one-point game, 7-6. The Redskins with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
On 2nd down now, it's Love, and here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the 1st down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
Check, hot. Switch it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Check 26, check 26. Motion. Middle. Check.
They'll run with Love. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Josh Allen with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. A big run there by Jones. 47 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try to throw now. Winston. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. On 3rd down, Winston. Eluding the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Gay's kick is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with
weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 20. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love, 77 yards. And the Redskins get the quick strike touchdown. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw, Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Winston. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense.
Switch.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Box truck.
He's coming. Double up.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Now the Bucs going to use the 1st of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Redskins on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 17.
Watch the twist. shift. Check four.
Hey, hold. Regular.
From the gun, it's Allen. Well, this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan.
So first thing crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Now Jones. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Chris Godwin, as the first half is winding down, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead is down to 2. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10.
We want it. Come to my world. 45 the mark. I'm on.
A final shot before half for Allen. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Check. Lucky. Shoot. Motion.
Now Allen to throw. A final shot before break. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Again, it's Jones. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Get off the field, defense. Check 50. Check 50.
Check it back. Check it. Flip it. Flip it. Flip it. Let's go.
Winston from the gun on third down. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play fake. Winston. Being chased out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Completion left side to Miller. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And with that, they move ahead by a point here in this third quarter. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
40. Mike, 45. Hey, here we go.
On first down, Allen. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And the Redskins first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
I'm here all day. Check safety, check it out.
Here's Love. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Here's Love again. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's got Thompson here, complete. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play.
45 to the 80. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And he is goes into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for two?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure, because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Mike, ready? Louis!
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Check 24, watch 24. 5 on the 50, 5 on the 50, 5 on the 50. No, 66, bullet, how? Johnny. 36.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Winston under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Winston now. Throw left side taken in by Miller. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go,
Staying on the ground, it's Love.
It's run.
And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Tighten up. Alert three.
It'll be Love to try and get the first. And the ball comes out. Love lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is Love. He's got a first down and more past the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Another good run for him. What else is new? Got to put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
They'll run again with Love on first down. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. On the carry, it's Love. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw. Allen. Trying to lay one up deep. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trusting his quarterback and trusting his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. He's back to throw. Buying time to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. And it all rides on this one play, a trip to the Super Bowl in the balance here on 4th down. Winston to throw for it on 4th. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.